Welcome back to Sports Talk ATL. I am Chase Earl, joined by Jake Gordon and Alex Lord. We are still talking about the Falcons and Panthers matchup. We talked about the hot seat. We talked about the potential of losing. Let's shift gears here and talk about who's going to be the difference in this game for the Falcons. Who is going to be the game changer?
That's perfect segue to what I was about to say. And this isn't groundbreaking analysis. Quarterback is the most important position in all of sports. It's going to come down to Bryce Young and Desmond Ridder. Can Bryce Young put up a heroic effort and put the team on his back, essentially? It's a lot of dead weight, let me tell you that. And can Desmond Ridder just keep the train on the tracks? You don't have to be a hero, kid. Just keep the train on the tracks. Don't crash this Ferrari. Make the plays that Arthur Smith dials up for you. Be a game manager. Get the ball in your playmakers' hands and let them do what they do. Make plays. It's that simple. I feel like the game could be broken down into those two things. Can Bryce Young be a hero? And can Desmond Ridder just do his job? You don't have to do anything more.
Yeah. What Desmond Ridder has to do to win this game is so much less than what Bryce Young has to do. It's not even funny. I don't think anyone in their right mind would take Desmond Ridder over Bryce Young, but that's not what it's going to come down to. It's just going to be coming down to making good decisions, because if we do that, things are going to get schemed up. We're going to score some points. Your defense is going to get the opposing offense off the field. I'm going to go in the different direction. I'm going to talk about that weakness that we have, or the weakness that the Panthers have, and the strength that the Falcons have on that defensive line. And I'm going to even go outside the box, kind of like a sleeper pick here. We all know about Onyemata, Campbell, and Jarrett. I think they're going to make life hell on Bryce Young. But I'm going to go with Bud Dupree. I think Bud Dupree comes out and has a big game, has a couple of sacks, maybe a strip fumble, something like that. I think those guys are going to get a lot of the attention. I think Bud Dupree's kind of a sleeping giant here. We saw him win the starting job out of camp, which was a little bit surprising. I think he has a big game here, and this leads to, I don't think he's going to have a 10 sack, 11 sack, but I think he's have a solid season here in Atlanta in this contract year. I think he starts it off in a big way with a big opportunity against this Panthers offensive line.
Yeah, I like the line of thinking with Bud Dupree. I was going to say like Calais Campbell, like somebody up front. Really, Ike Mekwonu, very high drafted left tackle they took out of NC State. Really good player. Had a bad first year. He's probably trying to look to get off on the right foot. And that's a guy, he's 6'8", 380 pounds. He's massive. He's a freak athlete. He's somebody you really want to get off balance to start things. And, they got a rookie at right guard. If you can create some interior pressure, like I said, Bryce Young is really good working out of structure, getting creative, working outside of the pocket. But you can't just let him sit back there all game. You got to make him a little uncomfortable at some point. We've seen, he can make things happen like that, but he's going to be down probably 3 of his best receivers, if not 2. I think if you really force him, honestly, to play like Patrick Mahomes did last night to a lesser level, and with bad talent at receiver, you can win the game.
Yeah, I got one more. Derek Brown absolutely dominated the Falcons last year. It was a turnstile at left guard. Matthew Bergeron. This is going to be a tall task. Derek Brown's one of the best interior defenders in the NFL. Welcome to the NFL, rookie. Let's see what Matthew Bergeron's got.
Yeah, I think that's another just in general big talking point. I mean, Matthew Bergeron's one of those guys. It's a plug-and-play starter, and we don't know if he really earned the job because Matt Hennessy got injured and is on the IR. So how good is Matthew Bergeron? Would he have been the starter? We're going to find out this weekend right now against Derek Brown because, raised by fire or whatever he says. We're run out of time, but tested by fire, that's the definition.
Yeah,
We are going to break down week 2 in the Big Ten.